This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's up in the air. Follow that.
Live from the studios of SEN in Phoenix, Arizona, it's Steve Summers.
Join me today. My name is Steve Summers. We are live from Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks to the great folks at Link Senior today. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? All right, sing with me now. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? I just love that song, and what a great way to start our show off today. I am so glad that you joined me today. This is our live show here. Compliments of Link Senior as we do the show live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here all the way through, at least through March. And I'm so glad you're with me today, wherever you may watching the show today. We're going to be checking our mailbag here in just a couple of minutes here. I got an email from just a wonderful person just the other day. We're going to talk about that and more. I'm going to make sure that oftentimes when we do a live show, we want to make sure that our levels are all up to par. And it looks like one might be a little bit low. You should see this studio. It's a mess in here. I got to do a special shout out to my friend Mark, who's also watching the show down in Tucson today. He's working his butt off. Also, too, let's see what else we got here. I want to make sure that all of our, check, two. All right, everything is good. All right, everything works there? All right, you guys can still hear me at home, so we're okay. All right. So let's continue on. We've got coming up America's Songbook today, Songbook of Favorites, a whole bunch of great music in store for you, some stuff you probably haven't heard. Also coming up on the half hour, we have trivia today. Also, did you know that yesterday was Groundhog Day? Oh, we've got a fun Groundhog Day segment coming up for you as well. And of course, today in history and so much more. A lot of stuff to get to, a lot of things and a lot of music that we had special requests to as well. We had a request for this one right here as we start things off. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. How many remember the albums of Herb Alpert? Remember that? Here's a song that Herb Alpert went all the way to #1. I think you know it. Might remember this one right here on our special show today. This Guy's in Love with You. Hey, it's almost Valentine's Day, so this is a perfect song right there. You see this guy guy's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love. Who looks at you the way I do. When you smile, I can tell we know each other very well. Now how can I show you I'm glad I got to know you, 'cause I've heard some talk. They say you think I'm fine. Yes, I'm in love, and what I'd do to make you mine, tell me now, is it so? Don't let me be that last to know. My hands are shaking, don't let my heart keep breaking, 'cause I need your love. I want your love. Say you're in love with this guy. If not, I'll just die. Tell me now, is it so? Don't let me be that last to know. My hands, they're shaking, don't let my heart keep breaking, 'cause I need your love. I want your love. Say you're in love with this guy. If not, I'll just die. I just love that Herb Alpert song. Let's go back now. How many folks do we have out there from Massachusetts by chance? Let's go back and do a number here. Made famous by the incredible Bee Gees. Feel I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home. And the lights all went out in Massachusetts. The day I left her standing on her own. Tried to hitch a ride to San Francisco. famous by the incredible Bee Gees back in the 70s. Oh, so glad that you're with me today. So many great songs coming up, and I know a lot of our folks, we have a few country folks that actually watch the show. We thank you so much for that and your many, many requests. I know we've got, as a matter of fact, we've got one coming up next year in just a couple of minutes. We have that coming up? Yeah. I do everything here. I do everything from a combination of the switcher guy, the lighting guy, I think I need to hire somebody to run the show. Now I know it goes. Anyway, I'm so glad you joined me today. We're going to come up with this week's #1 song from 1959 coming up in just a few minutes ago. Somebody, though, I had a whole list of jokes up here, and they all have disappeared. I don't know what happened to them, but I think they took the place of some of my show notes that I have up on the reader board in front of me. And to be honest with you, you're not missing much. They weren't that funny anyway. Let's go back. We're going to do some country for our folks down in Texas town. We have some wonderful folks that listen to us down and watch the show in Austin, Texas. Let's do this one as we roll it on back now, shall we? Come on. Hit that band. Aha. Got that San Antonio roll. Oh, yeah. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio. Let me hear San Antonio. Where in dreams I live with memory, beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found beside the Alamo, enchanted with strangers blue up above, and that moonlit path that only she would know. Still here's my broken song of love. Help me out now, sing it, come on. Moving in all your splendor, no, only in my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my whole broken song, empty words I know. Still live in my heart all alone. For that moonlit path by the Alamo, my rose of San Antonio. All right, here we go now. Yeah, that's how they do it. Come on. Moon in all your splendor, no, only in my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my whole broken song, empty words I know. Still live in my heart all alone. And that moonlit path by the Alamo, and my rose is San Antonio. Oh yeah, there you go. What do you say we do a double shot here, a little country music? Bring it on down, Mr. Tracy Byrne on our special show today. Come on. All right. We're back in the country, back in the hills, down in the hollers where the folks are real, living with the crazies and the old wildcats, sawed-off shotguns and coonskin caps. That's where I'm from, and I'm proud to say I'm from the country and I like it that way. Here we go. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody calls you friend, and you don't need an invitation to kick off your shoes and come on in. Yeah, we know how to work and we know how to play. We're from the country and we like it that way. Here we go. Yeah. Don't drop her. Woo! Now all day long they work in the fields, bringing to a home-cooked meal. Love you like Sunday, treat you like Saturday night. Oh yeah. And when the beds get full, we can sleep in the hay. We're from the country and we like it that way. Here we go. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody calls you friend. And you don't need an invitation to kick off your shoes and come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we know how to work and we know how to play. We're from the country and we like it that way. Yeah. To put your hands together. Everybody out there, come on. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody calls you friend. And you don't need an invitation to kick off your shoes and come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we know how to work and we know how to play. We're from the country. We're from the country, Lord. We're from the country and we like it that way. Yeah. Give it up for our dancers. Yeah. I love it, I love it. Last time I danced like that, I threw my partner on the floor. Woo. Welcome to Wednesday. We made it halfway through, folks. So glad you joined us today. Oh my goodness. So yesterday was a huge day yesterday. I don't know, for those of you who don't know, it happens once a year here in the United States, and of course it's primarily here in the United States where it happens, over at Nobbler's. Actually, it's a Gobbler's Knob. For those of you who aren't familiar, yesterday was the big spectacle of Groundhog Day over at Nobbler's Knob, Gobbler's Knob in Puxatawny. And if you missed out on the festivities, I want to make sure and let you know that you didn't really miss out on the festivities, because we're going to show it right now. What happened yesterday with Groundhog Day is a bit of a tradition that happens every year. For those of you who've seen the movie Groundhog Day, Bill Murray, you know all about Puxatawny Phil and the fact that the little groundhog comes out if he sees his shadow, if he doesn't see his shadow, and they tell you he is the great prognosticator of weather. Here is what happened yesterday, Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2021, for everybody. If you missed it, here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seer of seers, the great Oz of weather forecasting, Punxsutawney Phil. Gentlemen, let's find out what Phil has to say. Come round. Hi, what do you think? Wait a minute, let me, this one? Is it this one? Okay. Okay. Oh, you look beautiful today. All right. We think we have a prediction. Shingle shaker, can you read the prognostication?
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now, this second day of February, 2021, the 135th annual trek of Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, the prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his burrow at 7:25 a.m. by his handler and friend on this quiet morning where few can attend. In Groundhog He's, Phil directed the president and the inner circle to his prediction scroll that reads, "It's a beautiful morning, this I can see, with all my fans viewing virtually. My faithful followers being safe and secure, our tradition of Groundhog Day must endure. We have all passed through the darkness of night, but now see hope in morning's bright light. But now, when I turn to see, there's a perfect shadow cast of me. 6 more weeks of winter there will be.
Happy Groundhog Day!
Strike up the music, the band has begun. Pennsylvania polka. Pick up your partner and join in the fun. Pennsylvania polka. It started, it's back, it's now #1. It's fun to entertain ya. Everybody has to win ya. To do the polka from Pennsylvania.
What a big deal it was. So thank you so much for appeasing me with letting me show that for you yesterday in case you missed it. Let's do a little number that goes back right now. More than a ripple, less of a splash, head to a long line of glory. Give me the morning and I'll give you a song. It's so good being a part of the story. This moment in time, this right time of day, I love being with you and watching my life at play. My love is in your eyes, it's lighting my dreams. And the feelings you choose, the touches of blues and greens. This trip into time, this timeless embrace, oh yeah. Like a kid in a store, always wanting more to taste. And no matter what comes, I know that sun is gonna shine. Because of you and me, there'll be that moment in time. La, la, la. that song. Every time I sing that song, it always brings back so many wonderful memories. I appreciate you watching the show today. Right now, though, I think it's time now. Shall we do our trivia? Shall we go ahead and do our trivia today? I've got some new trivia stuff for you.
ready?
There we go. We have audio now. I saw the audio go down and I went, whoops, there's no audio. For those of you who just joined us, no, it is not you, it is me. That's why there was a little bit of blank and you didn't see anything. It is our trivia today. It's so easy to play to. If you've not played trivia before with us, it is absolutely easy. We ask the questions, you guess what the answers are. That's how easy it is. And if you don't know the answer, hey, you learned something in the process, right? That's what it's all about. So in terms of land, what is the largest state in the United States of America? Is it Alaska? Is it Michigan? Or is it Texas? Is it Alaska, Michigan, or Texas? The answer might surprise you. Let's find out what it is. Biggest land is Alaska. That's right. Alaska is the largest state in the United States. There you have it. Largest. It comprises of more area than Texas, California, and Montana combined. That's how big it is. All right, Christian Bernard performed the first transplant of an organ in South Africa. Was it on the heart, the eye, or the liver? The heart, the eye, or the liver? What do you think? If you said the heart, you had it correct. Christian Bernard performed the first transplant of a heart in South Africa. He performed it, first human heart, on December 3rd, 1967. I know, it is hard to believe it has actually been that long. All right, which singer recorded the 2001 song, Can't Get You Out of My Head? All right, now, a lot of you may not know the answer to this, but here's the thing. You'll guess it, you'll find out what the answer is, and then you could tell your grandchildren. They're going to go, what? Where did that come from, Mama? Which singer recorded the 2001 song, Can't Get You Out of My Head? Was it Danny Minogue? Was it Kylie Minogue? Or was it Robbie Williams? I know. Do I even know the answer? Actually, I do. But let's find out if you know. Take a guess. If you said Kylie Minogue, you had it right. The 2001 song, Can't Get You Out of My Head. There it is, and there she is. Wonderful dancer and singer. Was recorded 2001, the lead singer of the album Fever. There you go. Next question. Hopefully these will be pretty good questions. We won't have questions like that. Here we go. From which play is this quote, to be or not to be? Was it A Streetcar Named Desire? Was it Hamlet? Or was it Macbeth? The play with the quote, to be or not to be? That is the question. Streetcar Named Desire, Hamlet, or Macbeth? What do you think it was? Take a guess. Let us know. If you said Hamlet, you had it right. Hamlet was the play that had that famous quote in it, Hamlet, the phrase given by Prince Hamlet in Act 3 of the William Shakespeare Hamlet. To be or not to be? All right, which actor was recently cast to play Miss Trunchbull in Matilda? I know. A lot of you watch TV. This is a good one. Which actor was recently cast to play Miss Trunchbull in Matilda? Was it Helena Bonham Carter? Was it Emilia Clarke? Or was it Emma Thompson? Take a guess. See if you figure it out. A, B, or C. Even if you don't know, you learned something. Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson played Miss Trunchbull in Matilda. There she is. Beautiful lady. Right there. Cast to play Miss Trunchbull in the screen adaptation of the musical Matilda. There you go. Thank you so much, Miss Emma. All right. All right, next question. What did the red button order on Trump's desk before it was removed by President Biden? What did the red button? There was a red button on President Trump's desk. It was there for a reason. What was it before it was removed by President Biden? Was it A, for bourbon? Which could drive you to that if you're president of the United States. Is it B, for McDonald's? or was it C, for a Diet Coke? True story. There was a red button on there. When he would hit that button, this is what he wanted. See if you get it right. Bourbon, McDonald's, or a Diet Coke. We know he loved McDonald's. Let's see if he liked this. A Diet Coke. He loved his Diet Coke, so he would have that little button right there, that special button. He'd punch that, and they would bring him in a Diet Coke in the wooden box pictured right there in the silver platter. They would serve it in a silver platter, too. That's the amazing thing. Who wrote the play Cat on the Hot Tin Roof? Remember the Cat on the Hot Tin Roof? Was it Tennessee Williams? Was it Arthur Miller? Or was it Marlon Brando? Remember that? Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Tennessee Williams, who wrote it? Arthur Miller or Marlon Brando? Who do you think wrote it? Let's find out. See if you have the correct answer. If you said Tennessee Williams, you had it correct. Tennessee Williams actually wrote the play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. It was a 1952 story, 3 players on a summer game. Yes, Tennessee Williams, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And we got time for a couple of more questions, right? Okay. What computer program uses the files with extension PPT? All right. Now, to set this up a little bit, there's a lot of you I know that watch the show that don't really get on the internet very much, and you're like, I don't care about the internet. The internet, nah. Trust me, you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that's like, it's almost voodoo. It's like, and technology changes all the time. Trust me, I'm on the computer all day, every day, and my head goes, so don't feel alone. You're actually sparing yourself a lot of stress in the process. But within the computer, there are certain files like, if you want a document, say if you want a document like this, this might be a file that ends in .doc, right? So this file would go into another file on your desktop, which is your computer, and it would be the extension of .doc. So the question is what extension uses the file .ppt? Now think about it for a second. Is it A, Paint? Is it B, Photoshop? Or is it C, PowerPoint? Now Paint is a program that you get into that you can kind of design and color things. Photoshop is actually where you can take pictures and you can make them smaller, bigger, you can crop them out and all kinds of stuff. And then there's PowerPoint, which is actually a PowerPoint presentation. Say, for instance, what I'm doing right now might be a form of a PowerPoint presentation on a computer. So I'll give you a hint. It might be C. We'll find out though, right? Which is the computer? What does it use with the extension of PPT? Let's find out. I may be wrong, but I might be right. Let's see if it is. PowerPoint indeed. PowerPoint is the extension for PPT, and a little computer lesson while you're at it too. PPT is a file extension or the presentation file which is used by Microsoft PowerPoint. Get it? PPT. Tell your kids you learned something new today. And they'll go, what? Where did you learn that? Who played Jenny Matrix in the 1985 film Commando? Commando. Was it Rose McGowan? Was it Alyssa Milano? Or was it Shannon Doherty? Who played Jenny Matrix in the 1985 film Commando? Rose McGowan, Alyssa Milano, or Shannon Doherty? See if you got it right. If you said Alyssa Milano, you had it right. In the 1985 film, Jenny Matrix, there she is. 12 years of age when she co-starred along with Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1985's film Commando. There it is. I know. It's amazing. These times they go by so fast. That was quite a few questions today. I hope you enjoyed that. Welcome. For those of you who came in late to the show today, my name is Steve Summers. We are live from Phoenix, Arizona, playing the great songs from America's Songbook. Coming up, we have our special salute today, the day the music died, that and more, as well as coming up, we have Today in History as well. Right now, we're going to go back to some Roy Orbison. All right, here we go. Yeah! Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, kinda like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you. Mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me? Pretty woman. That's the way it must be, okay. I guess I'll go on home, it's late. Bet tomorrow night to wait. What do I see? She's walking back to me. Yeah, she's walking back to me. Oh, pretty woman. There you go, Mr. Roy Orbison, going back a little ways. Let's go back to the early days. You might remember this gentleman who did this song, Mr. Rick Nelson. Be a pop, baby, be a pop, baby, be a pop, baby. She's a gal for me. She's got plenty of rhythm, got plenty of jive. When we dance, it really comes alive. My love for her is so tender and sweet. Heart starts pounding every time we meet. The bebop baby's still in her teens, as sweet as she can be. A bebop baby in old blue jeans. It's a bebop baby for me. A bebop baby for me. Yeah. Yep. A bebop baby. A bebop baby. A bebop baby. She's a gal for me. I'm gonna find her tonight. I'm gonna have a good time. I want the baby to leave my mind on mine. Big day is coming for my baby and me. The day she says she belongs to me. The bebop baby's still in her teens, sweet as she can be. And it's a bebop baby in old blue jeans. It's a bebop baby for me. A bebop baby for me. Yeah. A bebop baby, a bebop baby, a bebop baby. She's a gal for me. She's got plenty of rhythm, got plenty of jive. And when we dance, it really comes alive. The love of her is so tender and sweet. My heart starts pounding every time we meet. The bebop baby's still in her teens, just as sweet as she can be. A bebop baby in old blue jeans. It's a bebop baby to me. A bebop baby to me. A bebop baby to me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is Rick Nelson going way back a little ways. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time now to find out what happened today in history. Let's go for it.
Are you ready?
And it's not that at all. Let's go back to this one. It's this one right here. Here's today in history.
This day in history.
If the Bible tells,
February 3rd, 1959.
how do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul?
3 stars of early rock and roll and their pilot are killed in a plane crash near Clear Lake, Iowa. Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson die while on a winter concert tour in the Midwest. 1966. The Soviet Union's probe Luna 9 becomes the first man-made object to make a soft landing on the moon. 1995. Eileen Collins becomes the first woman to pilot a space shuttle when Space Shuttle Discovery blasts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida. 1894. Painter Norman Rockwell, whose works offered a slice of Americana during the mid-20th century, is born in New York City. 2003. Record producer Phil Spector is arrested in the shooting death of actress Lana Clarkson. 2006. An Egyptian passenger ferry sinks in the Red Sea in bad weather. More than 1,000 passengers are killed. And in 1809, composer Felix Mendelssohn, whose wedding march remains popular to this day, is born in Hamburg, Germany. Today in history, February 3rd. Brian Thomas, The Associated Press.
This day in history.
And we'll never forget this day in history for as long as we live. And if you remember back today in 1959, 22-year-old Buddy Holly is mentioned on our news brief today, along with the Big Bopper and Richie Valens, age 17, would die in a crash shortly after takeoff from Clear Lake, Iowa. The pilot of the single-engine Beechcraft Bonanza plane was also killed as well. But Holly actually hired the plane after there were heating problems in the bus, and he said, you know, we need to make it here. So the heating issues on the bus and everything else, he just decided to go ahead and rent a plane that day for a travel to Fargo, North Dakota, all three of them there. And that was going to be their next show, is their Winter Dance Party Tour, which Holly had just set, covering like 24 different cities in about 3 weeks. To make money after he and his band, the Crickets, remember Buddy Holly and the Crickets, well, they broke up. Well, during that period of time in 1959, Buddy Holly went out on a tour by himself to make money, to kind of make up for kind of the loss of money after leaving the Crickets. And of course, we'll never forget that day. And Don McLean put a great job on this song many, many years ago. And I thought, you know, it'd be perfectly fitting today as we sing this one right here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance. Maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver. With every paper I deliver, bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. Something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. You write down the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? Can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, and 'cause saw you dancing in the gym. We both kicked off your shoes, and I dig those rhythm and blues. Well, I was lonely teenage pocket buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove a Chevy to the levee, but the levee cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, but we never got the chance. The players tried to take the field, the marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? Y'all help me out now, come on, start to sing it. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Oh, and there we were in one place, generations lost in space. No time left to start again. So come on, Jack, did Jack be quick? Jack Flash sat on that candlestick. Fire was the devil's own friend. And as well as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel was with the head. Break out with Satan's spell, and it set the flames glide high in the night, light that sacrificial rite. Saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. Well, so singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. The good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. Went down to the sacred store where I heard that music before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. The streets, the children, they screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed. Not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admired the most, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. And they were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. Wow. Never forget that song. Even though, to be honest with you, it was before my time, I'll still never forget the many, many stories and the many songs that they left us. You know, I don't, not to sound cliche or anything, but we almost feel cheated. We felt a little bit cheated that they had left us so early, because you can only imagine some of the music they would have done beyond that day today in 1959. Thank you so much for letting me sing that for you. So glad you joined me today. Doris, you're late. I'm kidding, Doris. Always such a pleasure to have you on. She goes, how did I miss this getting on? By the way, I wanted to share a little note too, and I want to thank the wonderful folks down in Austin for watching the show. Kay wrote me, she says, hey Steve, we listened to your live broadcast on Link Seniors today, That was yesterday. She said she absolutely loved it. Kay, thank you so much. She goes, I'm an assistant activities director focusing on memory care in Texas at assisted living residents. She says, I didn't find you on Facebook, but I want you to know that we're watching you. We watch at least 2 or 3 times a week, and just thank you for being on Link Senior. Kay, thank you so much. I'm so glad that our show is making a difference. Everybody, want to wave to you personally there down in Texas way with a lot of communities, around 400 communities. Thank you so much for being a part of it today. And as always, we appreciate you watching. And let's go back a little ways. Somebody said they wanted me to do the Stray Cat Strut song. I think we did this a while back, so I do take requests. Would love to hear from you. You know, you can always reach out to me here anytime. Woo! All right, give it to me. All right, you all help me out now. Tail in the air, stray cat strut, I'm a stray cat. Well, I'm feeling Casanova, hey, I got a shoot thrown at me by a mean old man. I get my dinner from the garbage can. Ow. All right, don't you cross my path, boy. And I got cat style. Meow. All right, yeah. Everybody put your hands together. Here we go. There you go. Where's my tambourine? Yeah. Woo. All right. And I got cat style. Oh, mercy. Give it to me. Yeah. I just love that song so much. Thank you so much for that request. We certainly appreciate it. And thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We have time to do one more. It's like we've got, yeah, I guess they won't knock us off if we go a couple of more minutes. Is that okay? Can we stick around and maybe do one more? Is that okay with you guys? All right. You know what? I want to do a song here, but I'm going to have all of you out there singing this one. Is that okay? It's one of my all-time favorite songs. One of my all-time favorite songs. I have a lot of them. But this one right here is I know it's so endearing to so many other folks out there, too. And I figured what a great way to end our show today than to kind of sing this song together. I think you know there was the incredible late, great John Denver did this song. Every time I sing it, I think about home and originally where I'm from. Sing it with me. Come on. There's a storm across the valley, clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. Whining of his wheels just makes it colder. He's an hour away from riding on your prayers up in the sky. 10 days on the road, barely gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove. It's the light in your eyes that makes him warm. Sing it with me now, come on. And hey, it's good to be back home. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. For all the news there to tell him how you spend all of your time. What's the latest thing the neighbors say? Mother called last Friday, sunshine made her cry. We felt the baby move just yesterday. And hey, it's good to be back home again. Yes, it is. Put your hands up. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. Oh, the time I can't lay this tired old body down. Feel your fingers feather soft on me. Kisses that love that lights my way, happiness that living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, just spend time with you. It's little things that make a house a home, like a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove. Light in your eyes that makes me warm. All right, y'all ready? Help me out now. Here we go. And hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. You know it is. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, hey, it's good to be back home again. I said, hey, it's good to be back home again. Late great John Denver, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a wonderful pleasure. Remember, I'm on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday through the month of March. Thank you to the wonderful folks that make it happen at Link Senior. Thank you, Natalie, and the crew over there. I will be back on Friday. I'm here 2 o'clock my time, which is actually 1 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Mountain, that's 3 o'clock Central, and 4 o'clock Eastern time. I hope you have a great rest of the day today and tomorrow. I will see you Friday. God bless you. I can't wait to see you again. Take care.